What is the difference between happiness and pleasure? What do you think? Happiness is long-term, ethereal, spiritual, communal. Other people experience your happiness with you, and it can be everlasting. Pleasure is an hour, personal, visceral, easily obtained, and cheap, to say the least. I would argue that we're supposed to be pursuing happiness. It says so in our Declaration of Independence, the pursuit of happiness. And in the last 40 years, we have abdicated our pursuit of happiness for the pursuit of pleasure. And in the process, we've become most decidedly unhappy. And there's actually molecular mechanisms going on, because happiness is serotonin and pleasure is dopamine. And dopamine downregulates its own receptor. I told you that already. But serotonin does not. In other words, you can't overdose on too much happiness. But you can overdose on too much pleasure. And the food industry has made pleasure so cheap, because they put pleasure into everything, that we have become most decidedly unhappy. What do you think of that? So I'm not going to tell you the title of the book because I don't want somebody to write it before me. But the fact is that we basically we need to reorient our lives, reorient our nutritional lives. We need to reorient our spiritual lives. We need to reorient what it is that's supposed to happen in our lives. Everybody familiar with the gross happiness index instead of the gross national income index? Everybody familiar with that? Okay. So what country has the highest gross national happiness index? Denmark, yes. Okay, Scandinavia, way to go. Okay, who's second? Bhutan. Bhutan. Denmark and Bhutan, you've got it absolutely nailed. Okay, America, with all of our money, we are 44th. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, the issue is, what is it that you're supposed to be living for and why? Okay, when pleasure becomes cheap, basically it becomes a draw away from what it is you're supposed to be looking for. And I'm going to pose that to you as a homework assignment, a way to think about this, you know, in terms of your own lives and way to get grounded, as it were. Then the other thing I want to say is that everybody has been very, very positive in coming up to me, you know, in terms of, you know, what this means. But people said, so how are we going to fix it? You know, how are we going to fix it long term? The answer is, you can't fix it alone. None of you can fix this alone. That's exactly what government is for. It's for things where individuals can't fix it alone.